everyone, and welcome back. As you can see, we're doing another battery review video. This time it's on the Jackery Explorer 1000 version 2 battery and the Solar Saga 200, which is a 200 watt solar panel. And the two of them together makes the Jackery Solar Generator 1000 version 2. Looking at the specs on this, it's a pretty cool little battery. We're going to take a look at, go over the specs, talk about what it can do, and then of course we're going to test it out. Well, let's take a look at the Solar Saga 200 panel, just a 200 watt panel. Comes with the cable. It's got the little thingies so it sits at an angle. And this one is on like elastic, so you can set it where you want it. Kind of like that. There's the solar panel output. If the sun pops out again, we'll run it out there and hook the solar panel to the battery. The number one thing I look at in these smaller batteries is having a decent handle. Because if they don't have one you can grab onto with one hand and be able to lift it. Like when I'm at the tent, I come in that back door. If it's snowing out, or it has snowed out, or it's raining out, so everything is wet, if you don't have a handle where you can hold onto it in one hand and open the doorknob, you have to set it on the ground, open the door, pick it up, bring it in, set it down, shut the door. Or even like, we're going to go up there and test this tomorrow or the following day. The bugs are so bad, you want to hold on to it, open the door, get in there and shut the door right away. Well, let's fire this up. Looks like we're at 30%. I like the interface, the little panel here, easy output, input, tells you what your percentage is. It's got a light. Ooh, wow, it gets really bright too. Really bright. With the Jackery Solar Generator 1000 version 2, we've got 3 AC plug-ins. We've got a USB-C 30 watt and a USB-C 100 watt for some really fast charging. And it's got a USB-A, which puts out 18 watts. Got your AC on button right there, on off, DC, on off. You got your cigarette lighter port, 12 volt, 10 amp. Over here we've got for grid power, plug in to charge, and then DC input. There's 2 of these here, so there's our plug-in that came with it, and here is our cable that came with the solar panel. I see, looking at the solar panel cable, you could just have the solar panel, not even have the battery, and you can still USB-C and a USB-A port right there. That's kind of cool. I've never seen that before. I think we'll get this plugged in and charging, and then we'll go over the little, I call it the little boring stuff on it, but I guess it is the most important. I just like plugging them in and see how they work. Well, we can see right there, 789, 790 watts it's pulling in off the grid. 1.1 hour for it to fully charge. This Solar Generator 1000 version 2 from Jackery puts out 1500 watts, which is pretty good. once you get to 1500, you can run just about everything, really. This little unit here will run a refrigerator, portable air conditioner, the little plug-in fan heaters, Starlink, cooking pots. I'm definitely going to plug in the coffee maker, see how that pulls. I think I'm even going to plug in the microwave. It did say that it can do microwaves, like small wattage, and I don't think that one up there is more than a 1200 or 1000 watt. It says it'll take a 1000 watt portable air conditioner, so we're going to plug it into the wall air conditioner up at the tent. It has a LiFePO 4 battery, 4000 cycles, so with daily use it'll run for 10 years. It also has emergency supercharging, where it can go from 0 to 100% in 1 hour. And I believe, I could be wrong, I think that you have to use the app for that, and I did download the app. Let's see. I gotta check and make sure that the Bluetooth configuration, whatever, is blinking. And it is. There it is, came right up. Click on it. Hopefully that comes in good. Showing that we're doing 38% power right now. 787 watts are going in. No output. Turn on the light right here. Screen standby. It's on for 2 minutes. You can do it for 2 hours, or you can do, oh, I see, it tells you when it's off, so I can turn it back on again. Huh, it just turned it back on. It's little stuff like that that I like. So I kind of want to see this input, and it's going to take me a while to figure that out, how to get there. Let's see. Emergency charging. Let's turn that on once. This feature automatically turns off after one-time use, once the device is fully charged or when the AC power source is disconnected. Okay. So we were at what, 700 and around 790? Yeah, it jumped up to 1200 for a minute. Now we're at 1072, and it's going to be done in 7/10 of an hour. So they went from 1.1 down to 7/10. Pretty quiet unit too. Looks like we have some sunshine, which is good. Let's run out there right now and see what that solar panel puts in. So this is not going to be a true representation. I mean, it's almost 7 o'clock at night. And I'm just going to sliver it in here just so we can see that it works. That's putting in about 91 watts. Not bad this late at night. And the solar panel isn't totally covered in sun. It picks it up from out this far away, so that's pretty good. Still putting in 89 watts. There was one thing I wanted to look up on here about the output. If you have the right cable, you can charge it from your car too, you know, cigarette lighter, and then into one of them ports where the solar panel is plugged in. It's got car charging, AC charging, solar panel charging. So this is what I wanted to see here. So we've got a 1500 watt battery, 1070 watt hours, but it puts out 1500 watts, but it has a 3000 watt surge. So for sure it's going to run microwave, or you know, when I first plugged the tent in and everything is like wow because the refrigerator comes on, it should handle that just fine too. Usually I do all this, go through this stuff when I'm up at the tent, but I got so much stuff to do when I get up there. I need to mow, clear the driveway, some brush. My dad said that trees are starting to come in places. When he drove in there, he was just up there and he went over and checked the tent, and he said I needed to get that driveway cleared up some. There's one more thing I want to check, and of course it has the pure sine wave inverter, you know, they all do now. So it'll run everything safe. But I wanted to know one more thing, how many solar panels I can hook up to it. That never was anything to me until a year ago when I started playing around with solar panels. And now it's like, okay, we've got a 200 watt out there. How many can we actually hook up to that? And how, you know, how fast would that then charge it up? The only thing I can find on that, it says the product has two DC 80/20 input ports, each of which supports direct connection to a 100 watt or 200 watt solar panel. If one DC 80/20 input port needs to connect to two 100 watt solar panels at the same time, a solar panel connector sold separately is required. So I would think then that you can run two 200 watt solar panels to it. You know, I mean, what happens if you plug in a 400 watt or something? I don't know that, it doesn't show, but in the future, that might be an experiment I could do. Well, I think I've covered everything that I was going to cover. And since these videos tend to get so long, I think we'll just get we know the solar panel will charge it, we have it plugged in, we'll bring it in here, I'll plug it into grid power, we'll get it up to 100%, and then it's either going to be tomorrow afternoon or the following morning pretty early. We'll head up to the tent and we'll do what we do. We'll plug it into stuff and just see how it does. It should be pretty fun. I really truly do like the fact that you can get one of these and charge it up with solar and it costs you nothing to charge it. All right, that's it until we get up to the tent. Okay everyone, well we made it up to the tent. It's time to test out the Jackery Explorer 1000. The solar panel, I just left that at home. So now we're just doing the battery. This is version 2 like we talked about yesterday. And I think we'll just go in there like we always do and plug it in and just play around with it and see what goes on. I do want to pop on the microwave. I want to put on the air conditioner and we'll see how it does. This will be the perfect time to do this because I just heard the refrigerator come on. So we will unplug the tent. Plug in the tent. And then turn the AC on. Everything comes right on. That fridge must have dropped down. Now we're only pulling 55 watts. Turn on the TV and the DVD. Well, we were at 53, now we're at 133. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go on my app and turn that so that it the back light doesn't shut off. Click on the Explorer 1000. And go to settings. Auto time off is on. That's something different. You know, maybe that was in that first part. 2 minutes, 2 hours. Steady on. Oh, that fridge just came on again, and it jumped up to like 654, then it almost up to 700, and then now it's dropped down to 250. And that's usually what it always pulls, so. Let's turn on the air conditioner, maximum cool, and we'll do high cool. That's low cool, high cool. It's pulling 566, 69. Right now it's at 125, 126. That's just running the basic couple of lights that I have going in here. It'll run it for 7.1 hours. Let's see if I turn off the bedroom light. $7.9, 8 hours, 8.1. Now I'm going to turn all the lights on. I heard the refrigerator pop back on again. Bathroom light. Fan that blows air from here into the bathroom. Might as well turn on the outside lights too. Yeah, we might as well turn this on too. So I turned on that light and the fan. While doing it like that, pulling about 439, 2.3 hours. Click on the light in here. Now what I'm going to go and do is turn on the microwave. These have a safety in them, it'll kick them off. So I'm going to shut off all but those 2 lights. Because I don't know how big that microwave is. I mean, it's not a real tiny one, but it's not a super huge one. So it could definitely, that thing pulls a lot of power. But let's see what happens. It's going. Pulling 1134, 36. It's a pretty strong little battery. Well, now I shut that down and I'm just running the 2 lights out there, bedroom light here, so we're at the basics, 140, 142. I'm going to go kick on the coffee maker. It's running it. 775, so what? That means it uses about 625 watts. Because the other stuff was the lights. So right now, this is what I usually have on at night. These 2 lights and this light. And then I'll usually have my computer going, which takes about the same amount of power as the DVD and the TV combined. So now this is on, and now we've already, since we ran everything, the battery's down to 90%. And it says right now that it'll run it for just about 8 hours. So if we had up to 100%, we'd be talking what? 9 or 10 hours? That's pretty good. I mean, for that little battery, it weighs about 23 pounds. That's pretty impressive. Okay everyone, well thanks a lot for watching. The Jackery Explorer 1000 passed the tent test. It did a pretty good job. For a little 23-pound battery, that's pretty impressive. I'll leave all the links to everything in the description. You can check this out, check the solar panel out, and they're running specials right now, so yeah, check it out. I will see you guys on the next video.